Romanesque style. Hello, T-Bex bloggers from all over the world. Here we are reporting live, KeithKerwin.com, in the heart of the Pyrenees Mountains of Spain, Val d'Aran, where we have possibly the world's best collection of Romanesque architecture. 30 villages sprinkled throughout this 40-kilometer high mountain region with its own language, with its own culture, with its own history, and possibly the world's best combination of Romanesque architecture. When are you going to come check it out? Here we are in Betlan, a small little village with 25 inhabitants, visiting the Saint Père Church, built in the 12th, 13th, 16th, and 18th centuries. Come on in, let's go take a look at the garden. So we're nestled in the middle of the Pyrenees. We've got a small little cemetery here for those that live in the valley, live in Betlan. You can see behind us, we've got an amazing bell tower from the 16th to the 18th century. Very traditional Romanesque Aranese style construction. Okay, so now we're getting ready to go inside this church from the 12th century, 13th century. Imagine we're in 2014. 800 years ago, people are here building this amazing edifice to the Creator. I've got the key. Look at that key. Let's go in and check out the church. Maybe we'll hear some bells ringing. Here we have a 13th century baptismal font, still in very good conditions. We have mural paintings from the 17th century back up behind the altar. You can't see them very well, but here's some more mural paintings from the 17th century. There's the choir. And this is where we pray to the gods. Now, let's go upstairs, take a look. You know, back before the modern era, the villages here in the Val d'Aran and throughout the world would communicate with each other through the sounds of the bells of the church towers. So, let's see if we can surprise the villagers and ring the bell. Here we go. This is a very modern bell tower, bell ringing system. Don't try this at home. I hope that people don't come running to Betlan to see what's the news. Let's go. We got to get out of here. Romanesque style. Before the church police come and accuse me of bell ringing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, now we've arrived to Viella, the capital of the Val d'Aran, with Baqueta Badet as its principal tourist attraction, but there's so much more. As I've been saying, this is Romanesque style. Behind me I've got the church, Sant Miquel from Viella, a combination of 11th to 13th century construction and some 18th century construction. Let's go take a look. Just recently, if you look up at the bell tower, you'll see that it's covered with a green net. Well, I was standing just across the way here sometime last autumn. We had a massive lightning strike and it just ripped through the top of the bell tower, ripped off the shingles. It was quite an event. You should have seen it. It was on fire. It was really traumatic. Oh, that's from the 16th century, and as it chimes, we'll just enjoy its beauty. Now you'll also see this front facade. This is a front facade Romanesque style from the 13th century, moving towards the Gothic style. But this video for TBX bloggers is Romanesque style, Val d'Aran. This is where it gets really interesting as you go inside the church. Here we have what is no doubt the most significant piece of the church here in Viella. Here we see a wooden sculpture of the Christ of Micharan, which dates back to the 12th century. This sculpture was at one point in time a part of a much bigger scene. It's quite amazing that this is still in such good condition from the 12th century. Built by the master craftsman Eril Laval. Here we have a Gothic altarpiece, which decorates the central apse. And over here we have a striking baptismal font from the 13th century, full of ornate motifs. Now we're going to just do a quick tour around to the other side of the building. And just a few steps away, we've got glorious snow-covered mountains. Okay, that's all for the Vieja Church. Romanesque style, T-Bex bloggers, here we are in Traidos at the church known as Cap d'Aran in Val d'Aran in the Central Pyrenees Mountains of Spain. Romanesque style. This church behind us was built between the 11th and 13th century. We're going to take a tour. One of the most noteworthy features of this particular church is the fact that the bell tower, which you see behind me, is separated from the actual church itself. Right here you can see the entrance into the actual church itself. We're in a typical Pyrenean Val d'Aran mountain village. You'll appreciate the stonework behind me. You'll also appreciate the stonework of the actual Romanesque church. This church follows the traditional Aranese Romanesque design with the basilical floor plan based in 3 naves and with 3 apses inside. Also noteworthy is the crypt, which is found in the altar. It's closed today, so we can't go in. Now I'll just shut up and let you guys enjoy a little Romanesque style. By the way, here's a typical looking Aranese construction. If you're interested in buying a mountain hideaway, come check out the Val d'Aran. How cool is that? So that's Romanesque style Cap d'Aran. Let's go to the next one. Come on. One thing super noteworthy about the church of Cap d'Aran in Traidos is that some time ago, I don't know exactly when, but I could find out if you're interested, paintings from the 12th and 13th centuries were forcibly taken from the church of Cap d'Aran, and now you can see those in the Cloisters Museum in New York City. See the link below if you'd like to check it out. Romanesque style. Here we are in the village of Artias, halfway up from Vieja to Baqueta Baret. Vieja, the capital of the Val d'Aran, Baqueta, the principal tourism motor, being Southern Europe's top ski destination. Come check it out. Now, Santa Maria de Artias is the name of this church, built between the 12th, 15th, and 16th centuries. It's a standard of Romanesque architecture, Romanesque style. Let's go take a look. We've got a 5-story bell tower ahead of us, built in a traditional basilica Romanesque floor plan. You can see all the information about this church and all of the churches in this expose below. One of the things I love most about living in this enchanting mountain valley with its own culture, its own history, its own language, it's an amazing place, is the small, wonderful villages. Now we'll check out the cemetery and the backside of the Santa Maria de Artias Church. The church is locked today, unfortunately, so we can't go inside, so you'll have to go inside when you come and visit. But there's some amazing Gothic paintings on the walls inside the church near the altar. So that's it, Romanesque style, Artigas, Valderan, Pyrenees, Spain. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Salardou, the first village I visited when I landed in this incredible mountain valley in 1995. We're going to take a look at this Romanesque church built between the 11th and 14th centuries. That's quite a few days ago. The name of the church is Sant Andreu, or St. Andrews. With a little bit of luck, we're going to be able to go inside because there's some amazing paintings and an amazingly old wooden sculpture of the one and only Jesus el Cristo. Vamos! One great thing about coming to the Valderan, if you like to study history and culture and religion, is that we've got a very well designed Romanesque route where you can go from village to village to check out all these amazing Romanesque churches. It looks like it's open. Let's go in and take a look. Okay. Now we've entered the sacred church. There's nobody here. Hope you can see it. So this wooden sculpture of Christ was said to have been built by Eril de Laval in the 12th century. Let's see, it's 2014, so that would be over or around 800 years ago. That's craziness. Here we have the information written, as always, in the Valderan, first in Aranese, then in Catalan, and then in Spanish or Castellano. These paintings that we see on the wall are from the 16th to the 18th century. Let's see if we can see some of them. Enna hamni hamine. Amen. How's that for Romanesque style? Now, my friends out there with T-Bex, I'm not sure how they danced back in the Romanesque era in the 12th century, but I'm going to give it a try and do a little Romanesque dance. What do you think?
Romanesque style. Valderan, Central Pyrenees Mountains of Spain. Come and check it out.